Yeah. What's good? What is good, everybody? It's realrns on this line. Yeah. Yo, so last week, the whole second part of my stream had no mic audio. I ain't even know. I posted my reactions and all right, you know what I'm saying? Cause I gotta check my levels. I posted my reactions and I only had the first half, you know what I'm saying? So for people who watch me, they know that, you know, the first half, and then I go do a little intermission halfway through, then I have the second half. So I forgot to turn my mic on the second half, must have been the situation. So all the reactions, I was talking and everything. I had a full-blown second half, was reacting, talking, no mic audio. So I only was able to post 3 reactions from last week. And that's really just it. I only got 3 reactions. Now I put some of the videos back on my watch later so that I could watch them again, and I might watch them again. I might react to them again. Obviously, this is, you know what I'm saying, real live reaction, so I'm gonna be saying different stuff. But well, I might not, straight up. I might just not even care about it, just keep it moving. But that shit sucks. But I might just get into watching these videos. Now I put this on here because I want to watch it. Now, I usually do, you know, music videos because I just think it's cooler.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
I think it's cooler to react to the music videos, but, you know what I'm saying, 2022, people reacting to whatever they want to watch, and I don't think that's whack, you know what I mean? I had to admit, though, it took me a little while to get used to it because, you know, all the people who react and, you know, all the people who do reactions, the people who I started watching, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they started with like music videos, if I'm not mistaken. They started with music videos, and then some of them was gamers, and then they went on to doing reactions. But you know, I started watching reactions with music videos, and then I started seeing how people just started reacting to like just anything on the internet, and I was kind of, you know, so I was kind of stuck in the mind of like I don't like, why would I waste my time watching somebody else watching when I could watch it myself? You know what I'm saying? But I get it now. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like it's just a different element for people who might not watch reactions, or they might not be used to reactions, or they might go through the same thoughts that I went through. Like, why am I gonna watch somebody react when I can just watch it myself and all that blah blah blah. You know, there's a couple things. You know, one, you know, there's people. You know, the people who react, they can put you on to new content. So that's number one. You know, you might not see what it is they're reacting to. Because, you know, when I first started watching reactions, I got used to watching people react to like stuff that everybody knew about. Like, there was like people was reacting to like popular stuff. They wasn't really reacting to new stuff. So it was always like, watch this person react to something that everybody already saw before. You know what I'm saying? Like Gundam style or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like multi-million views and whatnot. You know, it's just like, why am I watching somebody react? But now it kind of changed into like almost like curation. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who do reactions, they're like curating content in a way, because you can watch your favorite reaction person, and they're going to put you on to stuff that you don't even know exists. You know what I mean? Because they just filming themselves watching videos on the internet. You know what I mean? So that's the reason to watch people react to stuff. And you know, so there's, you know, videos got shorter too. You know what I mean? Like people started doing snippet contents and videos less than a minute. You know, that kind of became like a new thing. And yeah, so you know, you can watch somebody react to something for less than a minute and then just get put onto it and then keep it moving with your day. So, you know, I thought about doing that myself, like kind of just watching whatever I feel like. And just, you know, like just during my stream, just watch whatever I feel like. But I'm not doing that like right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not currently just going to just be surfing the internet watching whatever I want. So if that's something that you're interested in, you know what I'm saying, chilling with me, chatting with me, you know, maybe you could suggest videos, you know what I'm saying, drop it in the chat, you know what I mean? Suggest videos, you know what I'm saying, place your opinions and comments, whatever it is. And that might be something that you can look forward to maybe next year, 2023. You know what I mean? But I enjoy doing the music videos. You know, for somebody who makes music, I think it's cool that I'm able to take my time, look at what popular artists are doing, and you know, just basically just voice my opinion. You know what I mean? Like I try not to be negative, you know, and I try not to like say the artists are whack and nothing like that, because I don't really think artists are whack for the most part. They just might be making decisions that I wouldn't make, or there might be different reasons I don't know as to why they're making certain decisions. So you know, I just voice my opinion on it. I notice it, and that's what I plan on continuing doing for, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of 22. But you know, every now and again there'll be a video I want to watch, and this firearm right here just popped up on my suggestion. I just wanted to take a look at it. So I don't know how many people might be wondering, like, man, I thought this nigga was gonna watch a music video. He watching the AK, AR-15, AK, you know what I'm saying, video. So, you know what I'm saying, just bear with me for a little bit. But this don't go hard right here, man. It makes me think too, man. Now, since I'm on the topic, it's hot as hell, man. I'm starting to sweat in the motherfucker. Since I'm on the topic of like just reacting to random videos, now chances are I'll probably start a new reaction channel. I'll probably start a separate reaction channel, and you know, on that reaction channel, I'll probably just do like just random videos, whatever I feel like, you know what I mean? Like there's not gonna be no real strategy to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be whatever I feel like. You can connect with me or not. You can watch it or not. You can like it or not. You can comment or not. But outside of that, you know, I'm definitely get into making music. You know, I've been making music for most of my life, so not making music for like, I don't know, it's been like a year, you know, like I've been making music on and off, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like not doing it every day or not doing it like every week or stuff like that, like I don't really feel like I'm losing much, you know, for anybody who might be waiting for me to make music and put more music out or make more beats, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might be sitting around wondering like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? But I don't really feel like I'm losing much, only because like I got a lot of music as is. I've been making music for you know what I'm saying, majority of my life. So to be able to just relax and, you know, watch videos, connect with people, and just see what's going on in the industry, you know what I'm saying, helps me. It kind of just helps me relax and just kind of mind my business for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm just kind of just minding my business. But when I do start getting back into making beats and making music, I want to get to a point to where I'm not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to a point to where, you know what I'm saying, like niggas might get tired of me making music for, you know what I'm saying? Like this nigga always making a beat. What's wrong with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like that'll probably be the new talk. You know what I'm saying? If that talk exists, of course. But, you know, so I'm okay with taking my time to get there. You know what I mean? Because once I start making music, I don't want to be in a situation where it's just like, all right, now I got to take a break to do this. I got to take a break to do that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, anything else that I have planned, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, 23, 24, 25, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case is, I feel like can always come, you know what I'm saying, with me making music as well. You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's anything specific that I'll have to stop making music for in order to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can literally just make a beat. You know, like if I go back to making a beat every day, I can literally make a beat in like 5 minutes and then have the rest of my day to do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason I'm not doing that right now is because really just to be able to relax. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to be focused on making a beat when I know I gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep up the weekly reactions. I gotta do reaction edits. I gotta do segment edits. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of pre-planning for future, you know what I'm saying, future, plans. You know what I'm saying? I want to create a live set, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I'll have opportunities to do a live set, and then, you know what I'm saying, I might do live sets on Twitch too. You know what I'm saying? I might do the Twitch streams and just do like live sets. I definitely plan on making beats live. So if people want to come in the chat, drop bars in the chat, man. I think that's funny as hell, yo. Like, if anybody is cool enough to drop bars in the chat, you know what I'm saying, we might have to save them. You know what I'm saying? Might have to, it's going to be recorded, obviously. So you might find yourself in a situation to where, I might copy the lyrics, not to, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no, like, I don't know. I feel two ways about it, because, I feel like if someone's cool enough to drop lyrics in the chat, you know what I'm saying, just off of freestyle writing, I feel like it's worth saving the lyrics for it to be used either if that person decides to use it, or if they're okay with somebody else using it, you know what I'm saying? But, obviously I don't want to be in a situation to where somebody might argue like, oh, you trying to steal my lyrics and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, it really depends on who it is or what the situation is. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool enough to save. And the reason why I got on that is because I remember when I was in high school, man, we used to hop in group chats. We used to create group chats on like MSN Messenger and you know what I'm saying, like AIM Messenger or whatnot. And we literally used to freestyle in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't have the technology that we had today where you can go live and you can have group lives and you can get on the Discord and have all your friends talking, video chatting. We didn't really have all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had video chat, we had Skype, but our bandwidths wasn't that good. Our internet speeds wasn't that good. Most of the internet, like DSL, was like a new thing. Like, fast internet that didn't take up a phone line was like a new technology. So you had to like clog up your phone lines. You couldn't get no incoming calls. You can't call out to nobody. So we wasn't really on that heavy like it is now. Like, you can just pick up your phone and IG live, and you know what I'm saying? So niggas used to be in the type chat, and we used to type our lyrics and read it, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag bars and all that, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is just lit, man, cause it was just something to do at that time. It was fun as hell. That shit was fun. I love doing that. And it really was just, you know what I'm saying, connecting with people from school, you know what I'm saying, after school, just everybody in the chat just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Women dropping pictures in the chat too, you know what I'm saying? People dropping pictures. You gotta wait for that joint to load up. That joint load up line by line in the mug, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if somebody was cool enough to kind of like bring that back and just drop bars in the chat, that shit would kind of be lit. That shit would make me laugh for real. That shit, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it might be cool for real. But I would ask somebody to go out their way and do that. I just think it's a funny thing. But yeah, man, that was just traveling down memory lane, I guess, man. But the thing that makes me happy about that thought for real is because that was something fun to do, man. Because in high school, that was like my freshman year in high school when I was doing that, freshman sophomore year in high school when I was doing that. So everybody didn't really have cars, and everybody couldn't really go out when they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you had to get your parents' permission. Unless your parents was cool enough, you can just walk out when you want, you know what I'm saying? Whoever had parents like that, congratulations. Or if you was like the type of kid that would just sneak out and be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't say nothing, you just be out and come back later. Your parents don't even check on you or nothing like that. Or they might be at work all night and you just hop out, hop home. You know what I'm saying? Like those are always the cool kids because they can do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, you know, most kids whose parents watch them, they got to get permission and all that extra stuff. They don't got a car, so you can't just go out whenever they want. So to be able to hop on a chat, and even at that time, you couldn't even use the internet whenever you wanted because you had to get permission to use the internet because you might clog up a phone line. So your parents got to be okay with not being able to receive calls. And if they're waiting for a phone call, you got 30 minutes before you have to get off. You know what I'm saying? So people like, I got to stay on. I can only stay on for like 15 minutes because somebody's waiting for, you know what I'm saying, mom, dad waiting for a phone call. You know what I'm saying? So it was fun to be able, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, to be able to like connect with your friends and whatnot after school, and you ain't had to call them. You can just, we used to do 3-way calls too, you know what I mean? That was like middle school. Middle school, we used to do 3-way calls. And we used to, everybody had a 3-way line. You know what I'm saying? So we used to try to get as many people on the phone line as possible. We used to I'll call one friend, and then I'll use my three-way line to call another friend. So I'll have 2 people, and then both of them will use their 3-way line to call a separate friend. So now we got, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on the line. And then we used to just run that shit up. We might have ran that up all the way to 12. I think we had maybe like 12, 13, 14 people on at one time. We might have had like 15 people. Like, we was keeping records. We was like, yeah, let's see how many people we can get. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was going through their little contact list. You know what I'm saying? Like, at that age, you had to keep people's numbers on a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't have cell phones and like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't have cell phones like kids have now. You get a person's number, you might write them a note in class, pass it to them in class, or pass it to them in the hallway, get their phone number, and write that bitch down on a piece of paper. So you just looking through your piece of paper of all your friends, you know what I'm saying? That was back when you could remember people's phone numbers. You had to dial that bitch in every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what it's like to remember a phone number. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to remember my own phone number, and that's it. You know what I mean? So that shit wasn't even all that long ago, man. Like, technology moved on fast, yo. Like, I'm happy that I grew up at the time where I could watch technology improve, because, you know what I'm saying, I learned a lot watching technology improve. I feel like a lot of kids who are growing up into technology already being here, they're gonna have a hard time understanding. Like, explaining how the internet worked is easy to me because I watched it grow to what the internet is now. But explaining to like a newborn kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a kid was born today and then you had to wait until 2030 or whatever it is, how old are they going to be? They're going to be like 8 years old to explain the internet to them. They probably going to have a harder time understanding than somebody who watched it build up. You know what I'm saying? So, because right now it just looks like just a thing that exists. You know what I'm saying? Almost like cable. Like, I couldn't really, like when I was a kid, like, I couldn't understand how cable worked. You know what I'm saying? Like, you plug the cable into the wall, you twist it, you know what I'm saying? With the cable cord, you got to twist the jump, and then that's just it. You got cable. But, you know, I think cable works with, like, I think there's actual wires. I think the internet works the same way. I think there's actual wires that are like either like underground wires connecting. So I still kind of really don't even know for real, but I don't know, man. I'm about to get into these videos, but I kind of got trapped kind of thinking about, you know what I'm saying, the things I used to do when I was younger. But I think the main thing that makes me kind of stuck on the thought is how now, like, I never really thought, like, now it's cool to start a chat, like, to be a public figure, like a public popular figure, and start a chat and have your chat running on the side of your screen, and people watching you just do random stuff, and people watching you talk, and people watching you play games. Like, we didn't have all that when I was younger, but what we did have chat rooms. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, we used to start the chat rooms. We used to freestyle and type our freestyles in the chat room. We used to freestyle battle too. Like, we wasn't just typing just for fun. Like, we used to battle. You know what I'm saying? And like, to this day, I don't see that. I don't see that to this day. I don't see nobody freestyle battling via typing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how would that even become a popular thing when it's really just not even all that necessary? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would you choose the type battle when you can easily just video battle or send a recording and battle? You know what I'm saying? So that might be something that might be like an art that's kind of lost for real, if you can even call it an art. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who else was doing that. Like, straight just like that. Like, I don't, like, outside of me and whoever I knew who was doing it, I don't know if somebody in some state somewhere else was doing the same shit, like freestyle battling, typing in the chat. You know what I'm saying? With like 20 plus people in that bitch reading it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't there to freestyle too. Like, it might be, I think there's like 3, 4, 5 of us who are freestyling. The other 20 people might just be friends of other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas had their own cheerleaders and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I used to message girls on the side. You know what I'm saying? Because you could have like the public chat, like the group chat, and then on the side you could have individual chats. You know what I'm saying? So I used to message like girls on the individual chat, and I like tell them basically like cheer for me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what I was saying to them exactly, but I think I was like telling them to like cheer for me, or, you know what I'm saying, go hard at this person. Like, I used to tell them to talk shit about somebody, or I think I even used to ghost write for like one of the girls too. Like, I think one of the girls started freestyle writing, and then I used to take her bars and edit it and then send it to her on the individual private chat or whatever, and then she would drop it in the main chat, and everybody think that she did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there laughing like yeah, they don't even know I sent that joint to her. You know what I'm saying? And I think somebody else started doing the same thing, because she started coming with like harder bars that was like, oh, I ain't create that bar. So she was probably chatting to multiple niggas on the side, and they was sending her, you know what I'm saying, bars and whatnot. So that joint funny, man. But yeah, I just think that shit is cool, because, you know, watching people do that now and being popular doing that now, you know what I'm saying, and knowing that I was doing that when I was younger, before I even thought that it was like a big thing, you know what I'm saying, like, it was literally just something to do that was just fun as hell. And now people are actually doing that as like popular figures, and there's people who are watching it on their TV like it's a TV show, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, that shit just made me think about that. But I'm about to move on, man. I'm about to move on from that, man. That was, you know what I'm saying, we went down memory lane for a little bit. I'm about to watch this little AK video. I'm about to see if this gun is as cool as it looks. That shit look like it go hard, man. That shit, it says it's an AR-15 that takes AK-47 mags. That don't look like an AK-47. What makes it an AR-15? Oh, you know what? Because the little lower part with the handle and the trigger, that looks like a AR-15 lower, but, you know, obviously the magazine look like an AK-47 magazine, so that probably shoots 7.62, and you know, 7.62 by 39 to be exact. But I'm trying to think what else would make it an AR. Cause the bolt stop, it don't got the AK bolt stop. So for people who don't really know about guns, you'll say probably just sounds like I'm talking gibberish or whatever. But for people who do know, we about to watch this joint real quick.
Back to the channel. Today we're doing another first impressions video, and we're doing it on this CMMG MK-47. I'm gonna call it a Mark 47. I don't know if that's how they're intending it, but that's what I call it. I have wanted.
They call it a Mark 47.
One of these for a long time. I actually wanted the CMMG Mutant back before they started doing the whole Banshee series, and I have finally got one. So don't be surprised if my review or first impressions of this are awesome, because I've wanted one for so long and I finally got it. Huge thank you to CMMG for sending this out for me to do these videos with. If you guys can tell, there's some.
So it looks like it's semi-auto. Let me see, because it looks like it only has safe and fire. So that don't look cool if it was that don't look cool if it was full auto for real.
Well, interesting going on with this gun. It looks like an AR, but it also looks like an AK, and that's because it is. It's an AR-15 that the lower receiver takes AK mags. And before we go any farther, so you guys don't complain, I'm gonna show you. Mag is empty, chamber is clear, nothing in there. She is completely cleared. So before I dive into the details of how this gun comes, I will talk about what I've done to it, because this is not how it comes in the package. So it does come with this SBA3. All I did was add the flatline fiber strap onto it so that it doesn't, you know, come apart. You guys know, pistol braces. I have also added these Magpul backup sights. I've added this Olight PL Pro Valkyrie, which is a pressure switch to the light. And I've added this SIG Romeo 3, as well as this BMC, I believe it's called the Gunfighter hand stop, but that's what I've done to it. Everything else comes the same. So basically I've accessorized the gun. It comes with this flash hider, which is probably one of the things I'll change out later, just because I do want to run a dead air suppressor on it. I'll probably switch it out for a dead air can with a dead air chemo mount on there. Maybe I'll go with a Magpul Pro grip, so I have the rubberized, because I do like that. Because I have shot it a little bit already. This isn't like the first shots fired I had to sight in this red dot, but I've only put one mag through it, so I'm still very giddy about it. All right, now we're getting into features of the gun itself and how it comes. It does come with an 8-inch barrel. It also has this very oversized charging handle, which I am a fan of, and it's ambi, both sides. The safety selector right here, typical, also ambi, both sides. You can see safety selector. This is a CMMG single stage mil-spec trigger. It also comes with a sling ready back plate, which is kind of nice, but it does also have the QD mounts that are integrated.
That trigger look kind of weak for real. So that don't look like, it don't look like there's a lot of space to pull it back from that angle right there. So it probably got like a real short reset, which is good. Usually that's good for triggers, but I don't know. I feel like triggers that are like that kind of feel flimsy. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't get like a full like a good full feeling of pulling the trigger back. It's kind of just like a flimsy little plastic trigger joint. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to explain it for anybody who don't know, but it just feels like a switch almost, like a light switch. Like you just clicking the light switch on and off. And, you know, when the round go off, especially a 7.62 round is pretty heavy. So you're like flicking this little flimsy light switch trigger, making the gun go boom, throwing your shoulders back. It makes the trigger feel weak. You know what I'm saying? So usually good triggers will be like more like metallic or heavy, or they might have longer pull throughs. You know what I'm saying? But with still short resets. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll pull the trigger longer through. You know, the I don't know what it's called, but like the how far you got to pull the trigger for the round to go off. You know what I'm saying? And then the reset is when the trigger comes back before you can pull it again to set off another round. So usually a good trigger will have like a full follow through with a short reset, so you can kind of just like, I don't know, it just feels more sturdy when you're like shooting a heavy weapon with like a heavy trigger. But I'm gonna see if he talks about the trigger.
Back plate, which is kind of nice, but it does also have the QD mounts that are integrated into the SBA3, so you can run whatever type of sling you want on there. It is AK style mags, which means you hook and roll like an AK mag. You have the paddle to release it, you get it in, you hook the lip, throw the back in, just like a regular AK. I will say the one issue I've run into, it's not really an issue, it's just something that I'm getting used to, and I haven't personally done it myself, but when I've handed this gun to a couple friends to try, they have not hooked the lip high enough and just got the back tongue of the magazine in, so the front isn't seated and it's kind of flopping out, but the back is, and you just have to yank the mag out. But that's something to look out for, is to get that front lip seated high enough that it actually locks all the way into place. One of my favorite little features of that front lip.
He got a SIG sight. So, you know, SIG, they make quality I don't really know about the parts. You know what I'm saying? I won't say they make quality parts, but they make quality handguns. Their handguns are pretty solid for the most part, and they're expensive. I don't know if I shot a SIG AR before, but I'm pretty sure like the brand across the board is, you know what I'm saying, is quality. So that sight looks quality.
Seated high enough that it actually locks all the way into place. One of my favorite little features of this gun, it's something I didn't even notice until probably day 2 of having it in my possession and just kind of playing with it and manipulating it, is the buffer tube. It's so simple. I don't know why more people don't do this. Normally on an SBA 3 or any adjustable stock for that matter, you have to pull this button and pull back. On this gun you'll notice it says fastback, and that's because this buffer tube, if you can see in there, is slotted and has set screws, so you can set a set screw to whatever position you want it to be in. And because the slots are angled, instead of having to push this, you can just yank right back on it and it goes to whatever position you've previously set, and it doesn't go forward, locks into place solid, but it pulls back just like that.
Dang, see, that's pretty cool because you can pull it back fast, but I'd be worried that joint break. If I owned it, I wouldn't even use it for real. I wouldn't even do that unless that's like something that you do in like a life-threatening situation. Like I gotta hurry up and pull this joint out real quick. So it's like it's a good technology to have. But if you own the weapon and you shooting it for fun and you pulling it back, like it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see like if somebody who owns that stock, if they just only pull it back without pushing the button in, they just pull it back, like force it back like that, to see how long it lasts. You know what I'm saying? Like what's that called? Like a heavy duty test, like a sturdy test or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called. I think there's like a name for people who do that. Like they'll use products to test how durable it is. But yeah, if you could do that every time, just pull it back and that junk don't break ever, then that's what's up.
It's so simple, but I freaking love it. I never would have thought of it. I haven't seen anyone else do it. Maybe someone else does. I just haven't seen it. And it's the simplest little detail that made me super excited about it because it's so easy and it's so cool. Just like that. All right, let's just get to putting some rounds down range.
You about to shoot it. So you got the AR style charging handle also, like that top part.
Let's just get to putting some rounds down range.
See when he like that top part that looks like a I don't know how it look like a ninja star. I don't know how you call it, like a Batman damn ninja star jump. He pulls it back.
All right, let's just get to putting some rounds down range.
So you can kind of see that he pulled it back right there and try to stop it. But yeah, that's like the AR style. So that's what makes this weapon special because even though it's shooting, it takes AK mags and it's shooting AK rounds. Everything on it is still styled like an AR-15. Because with an AK, the charging handle's on the side of the weapon. So instead of pulling it back on the top, you got to pull it back from the side. And then there's a special style, a bolt release that doesn't have, that are only on AKs. Well, I'm not going to say only, but that come from AK style weapons, you know what I'm saying? AK design. That joint lit because the barrel, I like how the barrel's short, man. I don't know what size barrel that is, but I don't think it's 16. Like that joint might be, I don't know. I don't really like guessing the barrel sizes, but I'm going with like 8. I'm going anywhere between like 7 to 9 inches. So,
but because,
but that joint, man, that shit go hard, yo. That shit just goes
it's
hard.
so easy and it's so cool. Just like that. All right, let's just get to putting some rounds down range.
That shit just look cool as hell.
We're probably gonna have to move these close ones back. That thing's probably gonna fall over.
Yeah, you hit me, that's true.
Oh, this dot's on. This is my first SIG red dot and I really like it so far. it looks good and it functions good. I'm not too picky with red dots. I'm not like a huge brandist. If it works, it works. If it holds zero, it holds zero. If it doesn't break, it doesn't break. So as long as you can find something that does all those, doesn't matter if it's Trijicon or SIG or Holosun or whatever. Functional is functional. All right, this.
That's what's up, yo. So he talked about the SIG, red dot, Trijicon, Holosun. Those are the popular brands, the most popular brands that I'm aware of. And then, you know, so now you got the SIGs making the red dots. So that's on fire, yo. I want to get some red dots. I want to get some red dots on. I got one red dot, but I don't really like my red dot because you can't turn it off, yo. The red dot I got, it don't got a switch. So simple as that. And I don't even know how long the battery lasts in it, so I don't even use it. Cause I'm gonna wait until I'm able to shoot regularly, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll start using it. But yeah, if you get a red dot, I think it's cooler. Like, I don't really know how many types of red dots there are, but if they all take batteries, it's probably best to get one with a switch, because the battery will last longer, because you can keep the battery in and turn it off when you're not using it. If you got one that doesn't have a switch on it, one, I don't know how long the battery lasts. So I don't know how long until you got to replace it once you put it in there. And then two, you got to take the battery out every time. Like, if you're not using it, you got to take the battery out and then put the battery back in. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to think about if you're purchasing red dots. I think the idea of like a solar red dot is cool. Like, I don't know if I've seen one like that, but I feel like it exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't take a battery, or I guess maybe the battery is just like, it just takes solar power. So it's almost like a calculator. You know what I mean? You know, the calculators that have the little solar panel on them. So all you got to do is apply light to it, and then you can start using it. I feel like that definitely should exist, because if a calculator can do it, a red dot can do that shit. Because the red dot takes less energy than a calculator. All the red dot gotta do is put one little red dot. You know what I'm saying? At best, you can switch how the dot looks, you know what I'm saying? But it don't gotta calculate and do, you know what I'm saying? Like, a red dot definitely don't gotta do as much as a goddamn calculator. So that technology should definitely exist. I'll have to research it. But I would go with that for real. You know what I'm saying? If that exists, I would go with that, because calculators, you know what I'm saying, the little solar panel calculators, them joints are reliable. I ain't never really had a solar panel calculator not work. So if you know if the calculator is reliable, the red dot gotta be reliable. You ain't never gotta replace the battery or nothing like that. So that's just something to think about.
This body mass out here, I'm gonna guess like 75 yards. I don't actually know. My rangefinder was out of batteries, so.
I hit that joint for 75 yards. Is he hitting it? Oh, he hit it right there. Boom. So you only need like 2 shots. Damn.
Oh.
So 75 yards, that's like a football field. So you can't even run from him. You better run jagged. You know what I'm saying? If he's shooting at you, you gotta run jagged in the mud, because it took him 2 shots before he started hitting that joint straight on. So shoot, if you cutting side to side, he might miss you. You know what I'm saying? He might miss you. You might make it the full 100 yards. You might. But shoot, he hitting that joint 75 yards, it's a wrap. You gonna go down.
This gun's a lot of fun, and it is 7.62 by 3.9. I don't think I actually mentioned that earlier, which was stupid of me. I kind of assumed, since I was saying it takes AK mags, I told you that it's 7.62 by 3.9, but I didn't. It's 7.62 by 3.9, so it's AK ammunition as well, which is cool because it's cheap, it hits hard, and you can always find it.
So yeah, 7.62 ammo is cheap and it's heavy. Everything he said, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much find it. Now I don't know, like AK magazines, they curve. So like that joint got the curve. AR magazines don't usually curve, they usually straight. So I don't know if there's like a curved AK magazine that takes AR rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, so usually, like I assumed that because it takes an AK mag that it was AK ammunition. So it's good to know that I was right, assuming that. But yeah, I just don't know if they make like AK magazines that take AR rounds. Or do I know? Have I seen that before? If I seen it before, I forgot. I don't really remember. But I mean, it's still kind of just like why? You know what I'm saying? Like why make a curve, or you know what I'm saying? Or it also too, like why you can't just make a straight 7.62 magazine? Like why I got a curve? I don't got the answer. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the answer. But I mean I like the AK magazines because it feels good. It feels good. Like the way you load the magazine, it feels better than the AR. Like with the AR, you kind of got to like just smash it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you just smash it up straight. With the AK, like he had showed earlier in the video, you got to kind of like catch it on the groove and then like rock it inward. And then you can like pull back a paddle to rock it outward. It just feels a little bit cooler, and it feels a little more sturdy also. With like AK magazines, you gotta like smash it straight up, and then you gotta push a button and it just falls out. So it is what it is.
So I like it a lot. Honestly, I would take this over.
See, like right there, that don't sound secure. You know what I'm saying? When he rocks it in, that don't sound secure.
I like it a lot. Honestly.
If you see somebody put an AK, or I'm not AK, but if you see somebody put an AR round in a weapon, it don't even sound secure for real. It just like it sound like clack. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't sound kind of weird. And then you be watching them like smash it up, like they be hitting it like multiple times to make sure it's rocked in there right.
I would take this over 300 Blackout just because of how much I want to shoot it and how expensive 300 Blackout is compared to 7.62x39.
So 300 Blackout, that's a different type of round. The 300 Blackout is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it got the same bullet as a 7.62, but just a shorter casing. So the velocity isn't as fast. I think that's right. So it's more expensive. And I don't really know why though. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know why it's more expensive. Like I feel like I know why, but I can't think of the reason why. But I can't even remember like why they created the round, cause there's something special about it. But I can't even remember like nothing about the shit. But damn, I'm trying to remember, yo. I can't remember like why that shit is cool. I can't remember why it's cool. I'm about to look that shit up. All right, yeah, so 7.62 by 35. All right, yeah, so the 7.62 is the same diameter bullet, or the little front part. You know what I'm saying? The actual bullet, actual metal piece. And the casing is shorter. So that's them compared. The one on the left is the 7.62 by 39, and the one on the right is the 7.62 by 35, 300 Blackout. And look how many different rounds there are right there. And oh yeah, it has something to do with like the AR, yo. I think maybe it's the style of magazine. I think I'm trying to remember why they even made that shit. There's a specific reason why they made it, and why it's expensive too. Like it's more expensive because like in theory it's like a cooler thing. You know what I'm saying? Like when they made it, it was like, oh, we made something cool, so now we get to hype the price on it. I can't even remember like why it's cool. And I even wanted a 300 blackout at one point, and now I can't even remember why I wanted the shit. So I'm about to do this research real quick because I don't like that I don't remember. See, look, this y'all going in depth about when the bullets were made, by what country, during which war, and all that. Look, this y'all say right here, this y'all. The Germans developed the STG-44 rifle, the 7.92 by 33 Kurtz cartridge. I don't even know what gun takes that shit. The STG rifle takes it. I don't even know what that is, yo. I'm gonna look that up real quick. I just want to say no results found. Look at that shit. Damn. Magazine long than a mud. How many rounds go in that, John? That's the STG-44 during World War II. That don't take a 7.92 33. Look, the original 7.62 39 was used by the Soviet Army. That's the Russians. So I think it's known. I think it's common knowledge for people who know about guns that the AK is a Russian design. I'm pretty sure that's common knowledge. The only reason why I say I'm pretty sure is because if it's not Russia, it's a different country. But it's not America, and I don't think it's Europe. I don't think the AK is American or European. So that just is what it is. And that's why like Afghanistan, like when we was like in Afghanistan, or like there's like images of like Osama bin Laden with like AKs and all that, or like the Middle Eastern armies, like I guess like Turkey. I don't know, Turkey's is Europe, but I think Russia was like selling the armies, like that was like a big news thing. Like Russia was like selling weapons to like the armies and like terrorist organizations is how we thought of them, you know what I'm saying? Like to America, they were terrorist organizations, and like Afghanistan, they were buying like AKs and stuff from Russia and fighting against the U.S. Army. And I think it was just I think, you know, the bottom line of it was the people who lived in those countries, Afghanistan, for example, because I'm sure there's other countries than just Afghanistan, but that was like the main country at a certain time. Like I believe like when George Bush was president, George W. Bush, maybe even his dad. I think there might have been issues there when his dad was president too. George H.W. Bush, I think is his name. I don't really remember what year that was. 80s, I think. Early 90s, 80s, I think he was president. But yeah, so that was like a big thing. Like they was buying like AKs, like Russian made AKs, and they was shooting at the US Army and whatnot. But I think they just didn't want America regulating they shit. You know what I'm saying? So they was just shooting, fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like if that shit don't go hard, but it is what it is. Now as far as like 300 blackout, that's what I'm trying to remember. Like why did they create a 300 blackout? I think it's the type of magazine. Let me see if I can find a. Oh, you know what? I think that's all right. So I think I'm starting to remember. So all right, so I think I'm starting to remember why the 300 blackout is cool. So I think the 300 blackout is cool because when they created the 300 blackout, they was creating it with AR style guns. So that's probably why I forgot and got confused, because I'm watching a video on an AR style gun with an AK. So the thing that makes this gun cool is because you can have the AR platform with a 7.62 39 rounds. So you can buy standard AR, or not AR. You can buy standard AK rounds on the AR platform, which I guess isn't common. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if you want to shoot AK rounds, you gotta buy an AK platform, or you can shoot a AK style, bullet with on an AR platform using 300 blackout. So that's why 300 blackout is cool. So that's pretty much is it. So I mean, should I repeat it? Shit.
I don't know. There's a lot of people that are probably going to comment about how I'm an idiot for saying that, but I don't care. It's my gun.
I think what has me a little confused is I don't really know why I wanted the 300 blackout, because that definitely at one time I wanted 300 blackout, but not enough to like go out my way and buy one, but definitely enough to like put it on a wish list. And I'm trying to think there's like a real good reason why I wanted the 300 blackout. Oh, I think it is. Oh, you know what? I know why I wanted one. I wanted one because I can get a pistol. I get like an AR pistol with like a 7-inch or like a 5-inch barrel, and I can shoot a bigger round through the AR pistol, and you can't really do that with AK platform unless you get like a mini Draco or a micro Draco. So that's why I wanted the 300 blackout, because at the time, this was like months ago. It wasn't really a long time ago, but you know what I'm saying, at the time I was looking for alternatives to a micro or mini Draco, and I came across some AR pistols that were just as small, if not smaller, that shot 300 blackout. So really, it's just as simple as just having a bigger round. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, it's like choosing a 40 caliber over a 9mm. You know what I'm saying? You just buy it, you just choose it because the round's bigger, and that's just it. You're gonna put a bigger hole in somebody, straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Because the 5.56 223 rounds, they small. You know what I'm saying? Like, the actual metal bullet is small, but they fast in the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So the velocity speeds are way higher than the 300 blackout or a AK-762, because there's more gunpowder pushing a lighter bullet. You know what I'm saying? So just physics just says that shit's gonna go faster. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. And further too. It's gonna go faster and further. You know what I mean? So if you want like a small like backpack weapon, like you just pull out a backpack and just start busting, and you want to bust that joint and hit people, like, I mean, I shouldn't be talking about hitting people, you know what I'm saying? Like, hit targets, you know what I'm saying? If you want to just, you know what I'm saying, for fun, pull that joint out, start busting at targets, you know what I'm saying? Or even if it's like self-defense, you know what I mean? Obviously, self-defense is a way to use your weapon, you know what I mean? You don't want, if somebody starts shooting at you first, if you have your weapon, you can shoot back, protect yourself. Then, you know what I mean? There might be advantages with hitting them with a bigger round than a smaller round, because you're going to keep them from getting up. You know what I'm saying? If the hole's bigger, then chances are they might have a harder time getting up than if the hole is small. They might be able to get up easier. You know what I'm saying? So that just is what it is.
I will say, I am shooting on all action target steel right now, which has been awesome. But I do think I'm gonna make the move to Legion targets pretty soon. Most likely because they don't require tools to assemble. Like that dueling tree, it's so heavy and you need a wrench. 2 wrenches or a wrench and a socket or 2 tools. So not zone looking one. The dueling about 15 yards for the small, like the little A zone looking one. The dueling tree was about 17 yards. I've pushed that back to about 25. And then that big one is still roughly 75 yards. So we're just gonna keep shooting.
I'm about to show you how to make 6 figures in income every single year with just your camera and a laptop. Look, if you
fun gun to shoot, man. I need to get one.
There's somebody else shooting.
It's a fun gun to shoot. It's pretty much the only thing for this thing. But
That's a different guy, right?
fan.
It is a different guy. So, you know, they know how to shoot. Yeah, that don't go hard, though. That goes hard.